Hello students, welcome to the session of inbound and outbound logistics management. Before understanding the term inbound and outbound logistics, I would like to explain the term what is logistics management, and what is supply chain management. So logistics means movement of goods within one company. From point to point, the goods should move from either company to the consumer or warehousing to the customer or any form. So it means that movement of goods within one company. So what is logistics management? Logistics management consists of various activities related to planning, implementing, and controlling the efficient flow of raw materials, work in progress, and finished goods, as well as any information related from point of origin to point of consumption with the objective of providing customer satisfaction. So here actually three kinds of flows are happening. One is a product flow or material flow. Next is a financial flow. And third one is a information flow. So product flow happens, the raw materials moves from the supplier to the customer, that is the company. Finance flow happens, the cash must move from the company to the supplier, otherwise customer to the supplier. But in case of information flow, it moves in all direction. Then only we can have a effective logistics as well as supply chain happen. So for effective movement of goods, we need information. That information must be available to all the parties involved in logistics as well as supply chain management. So information visibility is very important in logistics industry as well as supply chain management. So what is meant by supply chain management? Supply chain management actually involves every movement involved to get a product to the customer. It means that whatever activities happen from the point of moving goods from the company to the customer. So there are so many supply chain partners are involved when the goods move from the company to the customer. It may be wholesaler, retailer, distributor. Sometimes it may directly goods move to the customer. Depends upon the supply chain management kind of network they are following. So supply chain management is a strategic activity. It is very important activity. But logistics is actually implementation of that whatever strategy followed in supply chain management. So logistics management is a part of supply chain management. Now we see what are the activities included in logistics and what are the activities included in supply chain management. Supply chain management involves planning, information, source, inventory, production, location, transportation, return of goods. But in case of logistics, it involves inbound logistics, outbound logistics, fleet management, warehousing, material handling, order fulfillment, inventory management, and demand planning. So when the goods are moved from one point of origin to the another point. So in this case, when goods are moving, some value addition is happening. It may be either packaging or branding. So many activities happen. So that is called as a value chain. So value chain refers to the functional activities of a business that add value to its customers. So in order to add value, the goods will not move just like that from one place to another. when it moves from at each point, some value added services are happening. Here you see inbound logistics, that is a movement of raw material from the supplier to the company. That is whatever mode of transport they are using, bringing the raw materials into the company. After that, some operations happen. That is, the raw material is converted into finished goods. That is called as operation. Then once the goods is ready for sale, that goods should move through outbound logistics. So when it is going outbound, when the goods are moving from the warehouse, so many promotion activities are happening. That is called as a value added service. So by adding value, finally the goods will reach the customers. So in this case, it requires all these things: infrastructure, human resources, technology, procurement. These are the things are happening in order to add value. So now we see here what is inbound logistics and outbound logistics. I would like to explain in simple way. Inbound and outbound logistics include everything required to get a product from one point to another. See here, where is the starting origin? Supplier. Final destination? Customer. Here, from the supplier, the company should receive raw material. For that, whatever mode of transport they are using, that is called as an inbound logistics. Once the goods are reached to the company, they have to start the production. The goods should move to the manufacturing plant. So for that certain kind of transport, they will use it. So all these things comes under inbound logistics. Once the product is ready for sale, it must move to the customer. For this, whatever activities performed by the company in order to make the goods move to the customer, all these activities comes under the outbound logistics. So inbound logistics include receiving the goods from the supplier, that is a raw material. Then once the raw materials are received inside the organization, that is the manufacturing plant, we have to check, unload the goods from the truck or any mode of transport. Then we have to properly place the raw material in the warehouse. So once the goods are ready for sale, the activity of outbound logistics starts. It means that warehouse picking, we have to take the goods from the warehouse, then we have to do packing, then we have to load the finished goods to the dock distribution transportation. Finally, we have to do value added services, that is packaging, maintenance and recycling. Recycling is nothing but sometimes they may go for a reverse logistics. Once goods are returned from the customer, whatever activities happen, that is from company, the movement of goods from company to the customer, same reverse activity will happen when the customers are returning the goods. That is called as a reverse logistics. So now, what are the activities included in inbound logistics? Inbound logistics include transport, that is transportation, storage. Once the raw materials are received, you have to store it. Then deliver the goods coming into the business. That is, when the manufacturing plant, they require the raw material, we have to deliver to that place. Then what are the activities included outbound logistics? Actually, the outbound logistics operation starts when the goods are ready for sale. We have to move the finished goods to the customer, that is the destination. For this, so many activities are involved. So many modes of transportation may happen. Multimodal transport. So many supply chain partners we have to go through. Depends upon the supply chain network followed by the company. So, inbound logistics cover anything from your company ordering from the supplier. Example, tools, office, equipment, etc. So this may be ordered by the company from the supplier. Outbound logistics refers to goods going out of the business. That means that once the goods are ready for sale, goods are finished, it must move. In order to move that goods, we have to carry out so many operations. That is transportation, storage. We have to go through all this process. and delivery system that bring your products to your customer. So all this process must be effective. Then only we can say that effective outbound logistics system followed by the company. Next we'll see what is logistics network. Actually, it involves bringing goods or product into business. For that, whatever network they are following, that is called logistics network. These materials or products are then assembled into finished product you sell, which must then be distributed to the final customers. So here, whatever activities they are doing in order to move the goods from the after producing, it should go to the it should move to the warehouse to the distribution center, finally to the customer. So all these things are networks are there. The network must be effective. So outbound logistics network is designed actually to distribute the products. When the customer makes an order, immediately the work start. The outbound logistics network. How the goods can be effectively delivered at a minimum cost. Because in case of logistics industry, the important cost is the transportation cost, fuel cost. That is the major portion of the cost. So whatever transportation routing they are following, whatever method of they are following, whatever distribution channel they are following, they will consider how they can reduce the transportation cost, how they can reduce the total logistics cost. Because so many supply chain partners are involved, means each level at the cost will be added. When the costs are added, finally the goods will reach the customer at a higher cost. So that should be avoided in order to have a good CRM, that is customer relationship management. So now we'll see what are the problems will happen when we are going for inbound logistics network. Because when we are not having an effective inbound logistics network, what will happen? We may not be able to receive the raw material in time. Same way, the transportation may get disturbed. The quality of raw material may not be able to get it. So these are the problems will happen. So because of this problem, finally it have an impact on the production cycle. When it affects the production cycle, what will happen? They cannot carry out the production. They cannot meet the customer needs. That is one of the important problem of inbound logistics. So in case of inbound logistics, if you want to have a good network, what we have to do? Once the raw material is required, immediately we have to make arrangement to receive the goods at a proper time. That is very important. So in order to carry out the production continuously, inbound logistics network is very important. Continuous production depends upon the inbound network. So how they can optimize the outbound logistics? When they optimize outbound logistics, automatically the cost will come down. Because instead of having so many supply chain network, if they are having a less number of network, as well as if they are having a effective supply chain, effective logistics, outbound logistics network, they can reduce the cost as well as they can deliver the good effectively. So actually this includes having the labor, equipment, resources available to make sure that your goods are being transported to customer efficiently. So whatever activities involved to, that is starting from the finished goods to the customer, reaching the goods to the customer. For that, so many activities are involved. All these activities must be happen without any disturbances. So that is called as a optimization of outbound logistics. So what are the challenges will happen? Sometimes the goods may not reach the customer based on the expectation of the customers. So in that case, what will happen? We may find it very difficult to maintain a good relationship with the customer. Retaining customer is very important than finding a new customer. So in that case, what the company is doing, they are obtaining the services of 3PL, third party logistics service provider.